Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome to Wavetale. It is a semi-open world collectathon with platforming elements, but mostly you're kind of, I'd say it's like Journey-style sand surfing, but on the ocean. You know, I think I'm going to go with that. That's the closest possible analog I can use to describe the way you move in this game. It is so slick and it is so beautiful. I played the demo a couple months ago. Rather liked it, and now we're back for the full thing. A couple days before release, I don't know if there's a day one patch, but I think this is the release candidate. They said as such.
They say that the ocean is big. I wouldn't know. For me, it's always ended at the horizon, where the water meets the fog. I wish I could see what's beyond that line. Beyond our island and the plaza. Grandma says that this is our haven, that the lighthouse keeps us safe. But a part of me wants more. It's hard to imagine that this was a different world once, that you could open your door, step outside, and just walk wherever you wanted to go. But that was before the fog, before the city sank. Before the dirty paws showed up and took everything away from us. We still have a spectacular sunrise, though. I guess the paws couldn't find a way to deprive us of that.
Ahoy, ladies!
Ladies, my bum. Things that need fixing, I presume.
Yeah. Thing for Ursula over at the Sleepy Triplets. A leaking capacitor and something. They said you'd know.
Humph! It's broken again? How does she manage? In my day, we knew how to care for our things.
Hi, Sigrid. There's some crab in the basket, too.
Hello, Mr. Bane.
Don't you have somewhere to be, Bane? We have work to do.
Should be on my way. Fog's closing in. By the way, Doris, have you, talked to anyone lately?
I never talk to anyone now, do I?
They say the Dirty Paws have been seen by the plaza. I haven't spotted them myself, but...
Is this your idea of a joke?
Wish it was. Just be careful, will you?
I could look after myself before you were even born, Bane. Now scram! The air seems absolutely saturated with gloom. Ugh. We need more sparks if we plan to hold that fog back.
I'm on it.
Remember, no fiddling with your hands. Only use the net, or
they will burn my hands just as they always did Grandpa's. It's not my first time, Granny.
You can't live on old marriage, Shrimpy. I tell you that. Now what are you waiting for? Saw some sparks gathering on the beach earlier. Better check the fountain and Grandpa's memorial as well.
Got it.
Always some that escape the lighthouse storage, too. Don't let that go to waste.
So she has like a speaker hair clip?
I guess so. Oh, is that just what I picked up? You need a ticket to get into the observatory. Okay. Yeah.
So, who are the Dirty Paws? Are they pirates? Are they
I don't
creatures?
know. The demo was kind of detail agnostic.
A feather from Steven, Mr. Bane's seagull. He's a steady glider in the air when he wants to, but has become way too lazy since Bane started taking care of him. Guess he got comfortable. Not me. I'm tired of being taken care of.
Yeah, there was kind of like a dark goop stuff that showed up in the demo, and I don't know if that's the Dirty Paws or if that's a separate thing.
Well, there was something also about the fog encroaching, and then obviously the city's gone underwater, so she found...
Give it a good whack. That should lead the power straight into your battery.
It's like she thinks I've never done this before. Lighthouse done. Sparks, the fog is really close today.
There must be a reason. I'll take Anita and go investigate when we're done.
Thanks,
I thought
game.
you weren't gonna take her out before she's repainted.
Necessity knows no laws, Siggy.
Yeah, I suppose whenever you pause the in-game dialogue too.
Yep. I remember my biggest complaint about the demo for this was that the tutorial
You didn't climb it, did you? That damages the stone finish.
Huh?
Ah, never mind. Just trouble Iris used to cause as a kid.
Mom? Did she play here a lot?
Sigrid, I don't have time for chit-chat. Go get those sparks.
Yeah, the tutorial was a little too backseaty for my taste. But I mean, you know me. I kind of wish I could just
Because you turn the field of view
tutorials.
way up, it's looking a little bit
Fish-eyed?
swirly and fish-eyed, yeah, on the
Okay, I can
on the
turn it down.
sides.
I get motion sick if it's too close to me, but it's different for third-person games. Okay, let's see, what was the question beyond who
Okay,
the
found
dirty
ones by
paws
the
are?
memorial. Hey, Grandma, why don't we have a stone for Mom?
Stones are for the dead.
But she's been gone for so...
What's with you today? Less talking, more spark collecting.
Oh, so her mother went missing, not so much dead.
Where's the beach?
And I was going to say that, you know, the world covered in water, just like a water world situation, except they do have some islands, apparently.
Yep. Where's the beach?
Everything's the beach.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all
kind of the problem.
coated in sand.
But it's like, there's no... Oh, there we go. I guess this is the beach. I just have to go higher. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to get up there.
Wait, so she's swirling the net swiftly enough to get lift?
Yeah.
Huh.
And part of the reason why I was like so jazzed for this game was purely just because the
That's all for the beach, I
movement.
think.
You're not going close to the water, are you?
Just to get the sparks. I wasn't...
You know what can happen in those waters. There's a reason people don't go swimming, you know. More than a few feet down and...
I know.
Hmm.
Return to Grandma. Oh, here she is.
Ah, that should do it. With that fog coming, we sure need all the power we can get.
Grandma? What was that about the dirty paws?
I wish you'd never have to live in a world where that scum still existed.
Are they really back?
If they are, we better be ready to batten down the hatches. I don't like the look of that. The lighthouse beams should have pushed it away already. Why won't it?
Grandma! Mr. Bane!
Sigrid, take cover!
Just kind of like a dark wave. Oh, is that weird spirit?
It's not a spirit, it's a mermaid. It did kind of look like she was guiding it, but who knows?
Oh, and so now everything's covered in that
Got
viscous
gooped.
goop.
I love the shading on her face. I mean, just everything. Like, it's a really aggressive cell
yep.
shading.
There's the creature.
It's a kelpie. That's what it is.
Oh, it does have a lot of kelp. Just gonna step on it.
What an absolutely unique way to introduce walking on water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we're on her back, kind of. Actually, head and butt, and possibly...
Grandma! Grandma, can you hear me? I'm coming! Oceans, sparks, what are those? Grandma?
Ah, so these are goo creatures of some sort?
Yeah, I don't know if they're the dirty paws. Oh, there's Grandma.
No, Iris, wait!
Are you hurt?
I saw... and there was... Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. If this is what the paws are up to, then... You look all pale, girl.
Oh, it's just... there's something...
Is it Anita? Did she capsize?
It's not the boat. Just come see.
Stay back, child. I'll get the harpoon.
No,
and...
it's not dangerous. It helped me save you.
Helped you?
Yeah, like... just watch.
Sigrid, are you out of your mind?
We need more sparks, Grandma. I can go get them.
Absolutely not.
It won't hurt me, I promise. And technically, I'm not in the water, I'm just on it.
Ooh.
We don't have a choice.
Have it your way, girl. But don't get used to it. Sweet mackerel. I wonder what happened to Bane. Tread carefully.
What are you even?
The shadow.
You came at the same time as those monsters. From where?
I do like how the fish accumulate around you when you gain enough momentum or speed.
Oh, there's more sparks down there. Yeah. I don't think I'd fully noticed or appreciated that. Let's see, is there anything more? No.
Oh,
Got
there's
these
a
little
bunch
guys.
of sparklings over here.
Huh. Those little sticklebacks won't work for machinery like this. Only good for pocket change.
I've been up here. Wow. Alright, works. I don't think there's anything...
Well, there's definitely enemies, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's some goo boys.
And some lore?
Yep.
Oh. Grandpa studied plants in such detail. I'm glad to have his illustrations. It almost feels like I've seen them for real.
Night orchard. Whee.
Now,
There
whenever
we go.
there's one of those ones that looks like they're in a cage, is that a human that's been taken over?
Probably, yeah.
Because that was what the grandmother was
Oh, yeah,
encased
there's
by.
one up here. Missed that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
person.
Or...
Asta. Oh, hello. I thought I saw someone running on the water, but I figured that you were just part of whatever it was I saw there. Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a unusual means of traveling, I suppose. Well, I'm a surfer myself, so at least I understand the freedom of the waves. Whoa, is that a spark net? If you're looking for sparks, I saw a juicy one climbing up the tower just before the wave hit. You should be able to snatch it. Just find something to grapple and use the net to give yourself a lift. At which you already did that.
Yeah, just in case there's another one. I'm pretty sure it's just the one I got earlier. Yeah, it looks like it. Well, that's fine.
So there are going to be other people that you'll find.
Yep. Whee. Wow. I know there's a way to do like a dive. At least I thought. But no, we've already been there. So where are you at? You're just quiet.
I'm just observing. I'm specifically looking at, yeah, there's all these little islands, probably what people have been able to scrounge and build. So I don't really know what the purpose of this is. Is it...
Somebody just lives here or poops here.
It just seems like a bunch of little houses, but...
Yeah, I was assuming there'd be more people, because Asta was not there the last, like, when I played the demo. None of the NPCs were.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there was, like, precious little to actually do. Apart from, like, the sparks by the Ferris wheel, crane, and whatnot. That was there, but there was nobody to talk to. And then, as soon as you got all of them, it was just like, well, you're done, and it's like, oh. Okay, that was quick.
So they have to use sparks to keep the lighthouses
Running, yeah.
running, which keep the fog at bay. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
but then
that's my
this is a dark and
an eerie fog.
Well, maybe even more tangible.
I'm assuming we put the sparks in and the fog moves back by a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Generators can be used to power things.
That, but grab our money. There we go. Spark cables light up and powered. Switches, flip switch. Thank you. I really do not like overly hand-holdy tutorials. I realize that this game, I think, is supposed to be somewhat aimed at children. So, like, I can't fault it too much. But as somebody that, like, I don't know. Like...
Can you destroy those barrels? Nah.
I don't think so. I don't think this game really has much for environmental interactions.
Mm-hmm.
I could give it a shot, though. Let's see. These? No.
Yeah, there were ones on the other side, too.
Yeah, but it's probably... Yeah, it's the same thing.
They're probably mobile. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But no, I don't know. I just wish games would give me the option to just say, like, hey, I think I'm fine without tutorials. If I seriously don't seem to be doing something, let me know.
Not quite, so don't buy green bananas.
What's that? Bananas? Why would I want bananas?
It means we shouldn't plan too far ahead.
Do you even know what a banana is?
Just something I heard Bane say once. Forget it.
What's the matter with you? Rambling about fruit. Are you quite all right? Well, better get this mess we're in straightened out before you go bananas.
I think they're charming so far. And I do like the fact that for their facial animations, they have...
It's an animated texture instead of like a 3D thing?
Yeah. It's almost one of those 2D animated squiggle styles where you have the eyes circulate... Well, you know, it's going through a couple different frames.
Yeah. It very much has that kind of like Cartoon Network animation feel to it. More than anything else. And I kind of like it. It's a unique style in a way that, like... I don't know. Haven't seen
other
other
Ferris
people.
wheel?
Yeah. Old Ferris wheel that's just still here and still lit somehow. For some reason. But... I don't know. The importance of, like, a solid visual style cannot be understated when it comes to,
I think I have what we need. Now what?
Well, get here stat so we can fill up the tank.
when it comes to, like, designing a game and whatnot. I have no idea, like, how useful it is in terms of marketability, but, like, this game will forever have a visual identity that is, like, memorable. And there's nothing else quite like it. And it's part of the reason why I'm kind of... was so, like, super stoked to play more of this, because it's just, like, it's really nice to look at. It's a little chaotic up in the sky, but, like, whatever. Okay, can I actually deal with this goop, or no? What's up, Grandpa?
Oh, that's Grandpa?
Probably. Okay, don't do that. It looks... Do I heal over time? Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, that looked like you had some of those black dots in your vision.
Yeah, well, as long as I don't take too much, it's not a problem, apparently. Boop. Now, is that going to fix the island, too? Oh, we actually have a compass now. And a boat.
Looks like we pushed the gloom away from the plaza, but not much further. We'll need more power to free the rest of the islands. Those fancy plaza folks should have more sparks, so let's head over there. Now you better keep up. I'm not gonna let you slow me down. You mean I can come? Oh, don't push it, kid. If I had the knees for it, I'd do it myself. Now you're my knees, and you follow my orders.
Okay, check the map. So is it an actual, like, fast travel, or...
So, what was the Night Orchard? Is that the island that they're from?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we live on the Night Orchard. So it looks like it's actually a fairly small series of islands. More than anything else. Interesting. So you can actually see all the landmass for this game. If I remember right, it's fairly short. Like, 6 to 10 hours tops.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, like, I'm super down for. I have no idea how that translates in terms of, like, price tag stuff. What?
Oh, did you turn a little
No,
bit?
she turned it.
Okay, well, she's on the boat at least.
Yeah, I might as well just hitch a ride. Ugh. I don't think I'm meant to ride this.
At least not on at the crow's nest or whatever that is up there.
The ramparts. I know boats don't actually have ramparts, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, it really does look like a tower.
Yep. I should probably go... I don't know, that's just a tree over there. I should probably explore, though. I'm sure there's goodies on some of these. Bye, Grandma. It's a boat time. Oh. Yeah,
Now, is she going to stop or is she just going to stop at the next island?
No, I can't go to that. She's going to the plaza, so we're supposed to keep up with her.
Huh.
Oh, that's how I do it.
Mr. Bane!
Sigrid, it's really you. You're real.
I hope so.
I saw some people in there. I thought I was on my B-mans. That the gloom had driven me mad. But you're here. You saved me. I want to give you something as thanks. Come with me. What vegetables forbidden on all ships? Leeks. Not bad, eh?
Okay, so you can shop or you can say you're good for now.
That's what I was hoping for. Oh, so we can get different hair colors, hats, and outfits. So we can get a cap, a kelp wreath. Okay, actually, that's kind of neat. Leopard print. No, thank you. Let's see. I like the rainbow one.
Oh, yeah.
Fishing hat. Flames. Paisley.
Ooh, can you go back
tie-dye.
to Paisley and see it? Okay. Tie-dye.
I will admit it kind of looks like amoebas.
Mm-hmm.
Scales, gas mask, fuzzy ears, fiery hair dye, rust, green, faded gloom. Coral-tastic. I read it as coal-tastic, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
It actually, the rain protector kind of works with her little, like, top knot ponytail thing to do.
Wait, the juicy hat? Is it just a
Juicy.
giant strawberry?
I assume you would not forgive me. Oh, that's interesting. They actually, like, have a separate thing that's supposed to be, how her hair points out. Well, do you care about anything specific?
Well, can you go back to the scale outfit?
Ugh. I feel like if you have the fuzzy ears, it should hide her human ears. So which outfit? Sorry?
I don't know, like, the scales are nice, but then also you said you like the rainbow too?
I kind of like the rainbow. I don't like how royal that blue is. Let's go scales.
Okay.
I got something for you. Capitalism. Smooth sailing. Okay. You know, can I... Ah, I can actually biff the goop. Not that it matters too much. But still, I will suffer no goop. Is there anything else around here? Well, sort of. There's a platforming thing.
Yep, there goes Grandma. Now wait, can you actually hook onto those posts?
Girl, just get on the boat.
Grandma, it's harmless. I promise.
I don't care if it's harmless. Ocean, Sigrid. It's not normal. Just get up on deck and...
Did you see Mom in that gloom?
I told you to...
I heard you say your name.
If you say one more word while standing on that thing...
Wait, she called her mother's name?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Iris something
You know,
something.
sometimes I just wish that Granny would accept that things have changed. This some days it's not all that bad. Crowd to eat, rings to watch. I'm just saying, we might as well make the most of it. Not Granny, oh no. Everything worth doing was apparently done better back in the good old days. She just keeps rubbing it in, you know? When we had the dandelion, before the war, when your grandfather was still alive, blah, blah, blah. The war happened. Grandpa is dead. Sometimes she makes me feel like my future is already in the past.
That is a really poignant line
Yep.
that you should learn from.
Yeah. It's just... there are things that one can miss about the past.
Sparks. It's really them.
Wait, is that an airship?
The flying barge. The dirty paws trump card during the war.
Wait, they had a war with the Dirty Paws?
Seal of yours more later. Time to speed up.
So the Dirty Paws are just pirates.
Yeah, I guess so. I bet they have nothing to do with this.
The Gloom? Probably not.
Yeah. Unless the Gloom is like a rampant super weapon of theirs that went awry at some point in time. I wonder if there's going to be other things to spend this on. Kind of hope so. Because there weren't that many cosmetics.
Yeah, it was just a couple hats and clothes and hair, right?
Yeah, which is like fine. But, you know me. I'd like spring for a triple jump.
Roaring Rapids. Where is everyone?
God, swept away by the gruesome gloom.
And it took your power too?
It did. I'm trying to fix it, but it just won't work. Can't even enter the towers. They're all locked up.
How come everyone left in this world are incompetent fools? Siggy, if you can find some sparks around the area, well, see if you can find them. I'll work some wire magic to see if we can power up the towers.
The use of brass instruments for this is sending me back to Disco Elysium like really aggressively. A lot of that game's soundtrack also used.
That guy is Dr. Thelonious. I sure hope I've taught you well enough to know about him.
Oh,
Thelonious.
of course. He discovered Weave Rock.
And its uses, mind you. His work turned a small fishing village into a metropolis.
How sad that his life's work ended up like this.
Okay,
Weave
Dr.
Rock.
Thelonious.
The man who discovered everything, it feels like. Sparks, gloom, weave rock, all of it. He even has his own day. It's not as big as it used to be, but Grandma always shoots up some sparks straight into the sky from the lighthouse.
Oh, random people.
Asta Falk hangs out at the scrappy beaches of Strandville. And has a surfboard that she's built herself. So cool. I've never seen other surfers here. Probably because of the gloom blobs in the water that can hurt you quite badly. But Asta told me she doesn't like being at home much because her parents constantly fight. I really want to meet her again. Then you have Morris Nelson. Morris has a constant sadness about him. I heard he lost his mom in the war. 100% relatable. I haven't dared to ask about the key he wears around his neck. I wonder where it leads. The Plaza skyscrapers used to mark Strandville city center. One of them was a bank, a place for storing your paper currency, so people wouldn't take it from you. Guess all that paper is still in there, somewhere. Although no one really needs it now. The highest building was, of course, Dandelion headquarters. Grandma worked there, on the top floor. Dandelion. That's an interesting name.
I've discovered the secret to combat. Stomp.
Oh, when you get close to the gloom, everything turns purple.
Turns gloomy. Aha, you can't hit me if I'm above you. I don't think combat difficulty is really going to be this game's immediate forte. I think it's more in terms of platforming and charm. Which honestly, like, once again is fine. Oh, I can't actually just hit that. I keep feeling like I'm supposed to clean up more of the gloom, but I'm mostly just supposed to ignore it from what I can tell.
Yeah, the stuff around here, I don't know.
Like, those gloom blobs there I can get rid of, but there's, like, no immediate reason to.
Look at that. A pamphlet about new and revolutionary energy source. Sparks aren't news now, but they were then. The dandelion plant really made Strandville a success story. Maybe that's why the Dirty Paws targeted it during the war.
Okay.
The interesting thing about sparks, though, is did they evolve after the gloom? I don't know if this is supposed to be Earth or just some other world. Oh, that looks like it could be the fishmonger or something. Oh, Mrs. Bain.
Have you seen my husband, Mr. Bain? He was supposed to pick up Clara on his way back from the night orchard. It's time for my monthly checkup, and I can't imagine being stuck in that imagine being stuck in that sludge did me or my heart any good. Can you look for her, Clara? And if you see Horatius, could you please let him know that he doesn't have to worry about me?
Wait, was Mr. Bain's name Horatius?
Yeah, Horatius Bain.
Mm-hmm. I always thought Bain's first name was just Mr.
He isn't very fond of his name. He thinks it sounds a bit too posh.
Found from Grand's meds. She's never told me about them. She doesn't want to look weak.
How do you even have, like, medical prescription drugs available in a universe like this?
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on what they produce it out of and how and... You might not be able to attack it until all the other ones are gone.
Yeah, probably.
There you go.
Oh, what an awful taste.
Thank you. That was horrible. At least I still have a pulse, I think. I was on my way to see Mrs. Bain. I helped her with her heart condition, to the best of my ability. I was a chemist once, but the war forced me into a career change. On that note, you haven't seen my stethoscope, have you? I'm sure I had it on me before that glop seized me. I suppose I could go look for it, but with those rumors of sea monsters in the area... Oh, a sea monster? Probably the shadow. It just feels more foolish than usual to go for a swim. Well, you got some explanation. The chemist became a doctor.
Okay. I'm just gonna go around the outskirts first. Looks like there's something over there, but you can see it reflected through the water.
Maybe you're some kind of sea creature? When I was a kid, I always wanted a pet. I tried keeping an eel in a barrel once. Freaked Grandma right out of her socks. She was all like, "Eels are no pets! Eels are meals!"
Oh, poor eels. Too delicious for their own good.
Yeah, you'd like to have unagi.
Oh yeah, unagi is good stuff that I pretty much should not eat ever.
Yeah, so the story behind eels is that they actually breed in very deep, remote waters. Think of the Bermuda Triangle and the Marianas Trench, things like that. And that people really only find them when they get their larva. I suppose, okay, the larva hatches and becomes kind of mini eels that look like semi-transparent worms. And they tend to go along the coastlines of, I think it was Europe, the east coast of the United States, and then I think China and Japan. That's where some of the major populations congregate. But in order to, like, as soon as they become adults, they go back to those trenches that are never seen again. Apparently, they pretty much have that one life cycle and then are never seen again, essentially. So what people do when they want to raise eels for sushi and stuff is they take all of those kind of little eel worms and then they have them grow into full eels. I suppose they're fish-ish, but in any case, so unfortunately, people really love unagi and the sushi and having eels, and it's led to substantial decreases in their population. And because of their very peculiar breeding habits, like who knows what their conservation status is. I think I remember watching a documentary about how in places like Maine, people can get permits or licenses and they can fish for the small eels, but it's a ridiculous amount of money per pound. I forget if it was $200 or $2,000 a pound. It was...
I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. 100? 100 seems more sensible, but I have no idea. It's probably going to get even worse.
Well, the thing is, if you think about it per pound, how many eels would that be? Especially if they're the little tiny ones that were only so many inches long.
Yeah.
And then they get grown later. Do you know what I mean? Terry.
Yuck! Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Me and my brother, Joko, went out to find some string for a fishing net. We saw something odd in the water, you see, and wanted to deal with it, but then, bam, tall wave of gloom hit us. Did you see it too, that monster? Joko and I, we're gonna catch it. We need 3 big balls of string to make a net. Can you help us?
Ah, another lore book.
Guess I should read it. Travald's Shadow Scouting Workshop. Learn about our mystical neighbors. I hope this place still exists.
Travald's Shadow Scouting Workshop. So they just refer to them as the Shadows?
Guess so.
Other people have encountered them before? Huh.
I feel like I've missed something here.
Well, I would assume
Nope.
that there's a ball near every tower, right?
I have to...
And I hear something special up top.
Yeah, it's the generator. I just saw the switch down below and I was like, okay, did I miss this? And the answer is no.
Ah, you see, now you have another elevator.
Yep. It's a creepy looking whatever that is. And there's the other ball of string.
Alright, all set.
Okay, don't see anything else. Oh, the paperclip means quest. Thanks for your help. When the history books mention Joko and me saving the city, I'll make sure they also mention your contribution, if I remember. Did you perhaps see Asta on your way here? She surfs around the whole of Strandville. Maybe you passed her. Not into Asta, if that's what you're thinking. Absolutely not. Not at all. Not one tiny bit. Just no. I don't want to think about it. I really like the soundtrack for this game. It's kind of low-key, but it's nice to listen to.
So, yeah, there's the statue of that guy.
Yeah, over there. It looks like there might be a platform below him. So I might actually be able to do something.
Watch it be something that they're worshipping this guy, but he was the one that created the
it all?
gloom.
Yeah, probably. Oh, Sparks, I felt like I was sleeping in a really strange dream. Thanks for finding Terry. He's my brother, but also my best friend. We always done everything together, and now we're gonna go monster hunting. Oh, that's all he has to say on the matter. What's the other game? Oh! Soundtrack also reminds me of, like, Far Lone Sails. I don't know. I need more soundtracks to just casually listen to. Because, like, I've kind of tapped out on mine, and I'm trying to, like, keep...
Oh, there's another critter over there. Actually, look at that. It has a chain of towers.
I'm trying to keep track of all of the games that I liked the soundtracks from, but I'm not doing a very good job of it. Because I want to actually start, you know, listening to them instead of just going back to the same old, same old.
Yeah. I mean, for many of the soundtracks that I liked, I got them on CD back in the day.
Yeah. That's a little harder with indie games.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of them have digital downloads for their soundtracks and have them streamable, but yeah, I don't really know if they make much for CDs anymore.
They're not really.
Though I suppose there's the vinyl records.
Yeah,
yes.
which we've definitely been collecting a couple. We paused after we moved here because I don't want to buy any vinyl records
without a record player.
Yep.
Took your sweet time. Well, this should do.
Oh no.
Seems like a lot of power is being redirected to the old rig field.
Oh, well, the mayor, he went there when the paws were first spotted. I haven't heard from him since the gloom closed us in.
Mayor Clout, huh? No choice but to follow in his footsteps then. Are there any functional sparkcasters around? That might get us through the gloom.
Only the one, I think, up in the towers.
Of course, it's in a high tower. Siggy, this one's on you. Sparkcaster, find it. Go, go.
Grandma's real demanding. I'm sure it's fine, but...
Watch her be some kind of military leader back in the day.
Well, she wasn't, she was, like, working up in the towers. So, clearly, like, Grandma was somebody...
She had a high position.
Yeah. I mean, there is always the possibility that, Grandpa straight up was what's-his-face.
Ugh. Not that I should pass any judgments about weird scientist guy off the bat, but...
When you have a statue made of you, you're either a real good guy or probably actually a terrible person. There we go. I wonder if we'll ever have more enemy variety than this.
I would hope so.
Maybe,
Because it's pretty much just these gloom creatures and then the people who are taken over. Mr. Nelson.
Oh dear, what happened to me? It all went black and then... Who are you?
Oh, I'm Sigrid. Doris's granddaughter?
Doris! Haven't seen her in a long time. What you been up to the last... 15 years?
She's been keeping busy.
Am I wrong in assuming you came here without the help of a boat? Most peculiar. I'm not gonna ask about it since it's not my business, but maybe you could help me. I was looking for some things for my son when the gloom hit. He's busy working the spark transmitter you see. Sent me to collect 4 hammers, one for each of our hands, to speed up the process.
Wait, can you imagine having a hammer wielded in each hand?
It's not practical.
Is that really practical?
Oh, I'm no handyman myself. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Could you please help me? Go figure this society's falling apart. Question. Can I die?
Oh, no, please, not the
Yes!
elevator. No, you get teleported up and over.
Sorry, I always have to play with that just to see. Oh, hey, hammer.
There's a hammer.
I do kind of wish the things we were collecting were a little bit more, like, practical. But then again, I don't know.
You mean they weren't just a giant floating hammer, that they were actually on a
Maybe.
workbench or something?
Maybe. I don't know. It's weird. Because, like, on one hand, I don't actually need realism in this. You know, this whole game is a fantasy. I guess the question is, how much suspension of... Not even suspension of disbelief, it's just... I guess, oddly enough, this game most reminds me of, like, an N64 era game. But obviously scaled up to be much nicer. Oops. You know, scaled up to be considerably nicer looking, just due to, you know, modern technologies and whatnot. But you could have released much of the exact same product on, you know, a console from that era with the floating hammers and everything, I think it would have made more sense. And so it's one of those, like, the core gameplay loop is very nostalgic, but something about the hammers is almost too nostalgic for me, and I'm like, I need a little bit more than just 4 floating hammers. But I also recognize that that's silly, and why should I actually care?
Whoa, is that another book?
Maybe? Where?
Yeah, over there on the left. On the see that?
Oh, I see it.
Platform? Yep.
Is Coyote jumping? Good.
Always have to get more lore.
Nope. Oh. Aha. Boop. This is, woefully impractical.
What, the bridge, you mean? Or
This
these?
this whole tower.
Mm-hmm.
Why would anybody use this? What is the point of this? That's, of course, the only reason... Oh, new enemy type.
Oh, hey, it's covered in kelp, isn't it? And does it have horns?
Yep. Covered in horns. I actually, like, bounced off the front. Nothing there.
There's a little bit more up there, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I have to go down.
Oh, because it's the coil. Yep.
Yeah.
It has the electric wire. Yeah, look at those. Those were typewriters.
Typewriters.
And cubicles. Probably from back when the tower originally fell.
And nothing of
Disturb
merit
them.
was lost.
Oh, look at that. It looks like a goblin. The dirty paws. They sure don't look friendly. Grandma used to tell me that they'd come to get me if I didn't behave. Adults are weird sometimes. What are all these bags?
Bricks? They look like bricks.
Mm-hmm. All the files.
Except for they're filled with fish.
Oh.
That's a little concerning. Ah, Patricia! Lucas! Oh, my family, they were right there. I'm sure they were. What happened? I heard the dirty paws were back. We needed to defend ourselves, just like Mayor Clout says. So I went to get my axe to protect us. Looks like it won't be possible for me to get it now. Oceans, I've lost so much already. And Clout says my contribution is essential to this community. Do you think you could help? Please. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Find his axe.
Fish.
That's interesting. If you don't have enough soil to truly grow crops and have cattle and other things, yeah, what would people eat constantly?
Turbo scurvy.
Yeah, you have to find vitamin C from somewhere.
Oh, that's 4 hammers you got there. Wait, sorry. Morrison will be so happy. It's lucky he's more practical than me. However, if you ever need any advice on your financial investments, I'm your guy.
I thought that they didn't really have much for money.
They don't. Kind of the point that most of the survivors are the people that were, middle management office worker types. Because, I mean, you saw those typewriters.
Yeah.
My assumption is...
Oh, that would have been... Oh, that would be weird.
What?
If it truly was a thing where everything flooded rapidly and people who just were in high enough size skyscrapers were spared. Or at high enough latitudes. Or altitude, sorry.
Yeah. Not exactly in the same vein. You ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Probably not?
I've never read it, but I've seen the movie.
Yeah, the movie has some of the stuff.
Oh, look, there's a stethoscope.
So the reason why I bring it up is because in one of the books of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, they find themselves on an Ark ship. you know, going through space, and there's like 3 Ark ships, I think. There's an amount of Ark ships, and the thing I remember about it specifically was that one of the Ark ships had all of the scientists, one of them had like all of the military or something, you know, all of the leadership, and then one of them had all of the middle management bureaucrats. And the middle management bureaucrats were more or less suckered into going on the bad ship, thinking, you know, thinking that everything was going to be fine. But in reality, it was just.
Oh, did you go on the wrong one? That's the one.
That was the one I was supposed to go on. But yeah, so they were, you know, they were sent off thinking, you know, we're part of the team, but in reality, everybody else is just trying to get rid of the middle managers. Except for...
Did something happen to the military ship?
The other two, like, blew up. So, the only remaining Ark ship, with all of these, you know, humans on them, was the one filled with middle managers and bureaucrats. And so they go and form the world's least... going on? Oh, I see. It's just leaves. I thought for a second there was somebody writhing in torment in there. I was like, oh. But yeah, so the only people that managed to found this colony were the middle managers. And then the twist ending is thousands of years later, humanity has established itself on Earth. That these were the initial Earth colonists thousands and thousands of years ago. Hence why they weren't able to rebuild their society immediately. It was kind of a funny joke, and I don't remember the whole of it. I just remember mostly the yuck of, you know, haha, it's all the middle managers that survived, which is why this colony is so non-functional. What the hell? Okay.
Was there something else you were supposed to hook to?
Yeah, clearly I think there's supposed to be something else to boost myself up. Yeah, I must have missed a switch, or maybe this whole thing needs more setup than
yeah.
I've given it. Well, time to redo this, I guess. I mean, it's easier. No enemies. I notice you go quiet whenever I mention Ark ships in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, no, I just think of stories and stuff. Yeah.
I'm more thinking in terms of your own story was at least somewhat hinging on Ark ships.
Nah, so that's largely been cut out.
Okay.
For the most part. It was going to be an explanation for humanity's presence on the like main realm that I have, but at the same time I was like, I don't know if I'll go with that. Remember, things have changed an awful lot over the years. Like, you know, when you're building something over the course of a decade or two, you go, well, maybe I can have this backstory for the characters, or no, I should change up the species so that, you know, they have this kind of a society, or nah, the magic system should be simplified a little bit more, or you know what I'm getting at? So, yeah, a lot changes.
Oh, I see. We're getting over there. Oh, wow, this is layers of things.
Oh, what's that smoking over there?
There was a campfire.
Oh. It just has animated smoke.
That was weird. I latched onto something super far down and just went for it, I guess. Ooh, that texture as it slid into place. The texture was static as opposed to attached to the bridge. And looks really nice all the same. I really like those textures. It's very organic looking.
Organic, or it almost resembles, you know when you see that type of steel where it has all of the triangles and stuff in it, except I don't know if it's because they've hammered and melted everything into place and then made it into a sheet, but it's always interesting.
Sheet. I heard sheep.
I said sheet. A sheet of metal.
I dream of metal sheep. That noise.
Whoa, what? Oh, it's one of the ones with horns.
It's a weird noise. Is he just always there?
What kind of cans and bottles are there in there?
Fish oil. Honestly, considering the state of the rest of the place and what was in the other side, I almost feel like it's just like this is where they put all the beauty products. Like, my brother's story about the jewelry store?
Oh, yeah.
And how...
Ooh.
So, I guess I can recount this story. It's not that personal. But so, my brother was in a jewelry store looking for a specific gem for...
A ring, yeah.
Yeah, for a ring. Oh, there's a journal entry in this gazebo.
There's also something wrong with the plants along the edge. It seems as though there's corruption going on with them, too. Grandma says it's a waste using metal to keep papers together. She's found so many uses for these little clips. Including unlocking my door from the outside. Oh, so the paper clips again?
Yep.
A pamphlet about the new and revolutionary...
No,
we have already read that one. Okay, so it's just
the
about
one on the right side, though, is new.
Oh, there's a number printed on this. It looks like it's one of those currency tickets Grandma described from her youth. A bill, I think? How do people trade with symbolic paper instead of sparks? This looks like a restaurant of some sort, but can you go to the edge where the plants are?
Over here?
Yeah, look at them. See? There's a goop.
They do look kind of unhealthy.
Yeah, something...
They're smoking.
Well, it's definitely the goo has gotten to them.
Let's see, anything else here?
Don't know how tires ended up here.
Yeah, that's a question. Because this is super high up. I don't know.
Ah, there you go.
Yep. The other direction. Not really. Wow, this tower is freaking tall.
Oh, you can get to the top of the other tower.
There's somebody up here. I really like her silly float jump.
Mm-hmm.
Is it realistic in the slightest? No, but it's fun.
I can't believe animals this big existed. It must have been 3 times as tall as Mayor Clout. Wait, was that an unrealistic depiction of a horse?
Might have been an unrealistic depiction of a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's the horse head.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, someone could have also looked at the one statue of the scientist and got, he's 10 times the size of a normal man.
Our founding scientist was so big.
Clemens! Roaring Rapids, where am I? Who are you?
I'm Sigrid, and you are?
Mrs. Clout, at your service.
Clout, like the mayor?
That's correct, darling. He's my precious little boy.
Ah, you must know this place then. I'm looking for something called a spark caster. I need to get to the big rig to find, rig field to find, well, your son.
Really? You'll save him from all the gloom?
If we can make it to the rig field, yeah.
Well, this is the caster right here. They're remnants from the war, you know. Used to protect us from the paws. Please find my son. He went out there to protect his people. He needs someone to protect him as well.
Ah, so that's going to release the clouds for another area.
There you have it, Rigfield East. Please find Clemens for me, girl. He's all I have left. But be careful. There have been sightings of a giant shadow under the water surface. And I've seen enough in my life not to wave that off as nonsense.
How do you know you've been in the gloom this entire time? Oh, it's fine.
Fry me for an oyster. It worked! Quick, let's get going.
I'll catch up to you. Oh, and I met the mayor's mother.
Cordelia? Well, she
Wait.
and her husband ran the Dandelion. Worked closely with them for years.
You have to turn that one thing in.
I'll get to it when I get to it.
Oh.
I'll come back.
The Redfield drills at work used to be a sight to behold, bringing up weave rock day and night. We heard their thumping all the way to the plaza, like a rhythmic lullaby.
How does it work? I mean, how did you get the sparks out of the weave rock?
It's a complicated process, dear. Simply put, the weave rock was fed into an untangler. Sparks and gloom were carefully separated, and then the sparks went right into the belly of the dandelion, providing the whole city with energy.
Wait,
about
what?
the gloom?
Oh, we got rid of that. The gloom kept
Uh-huh.
the sparks safe underground, but then it was superfluous. No use for the shell once you've cracked the egg. Of course, when those blasted paws blew up the dandelion, all the gloom still in the reservoirs ended up all over Strandville. And now it seems that lowlife found a way to weaponize it.
Wait a minute. So in order to get the sparks, they were extracting the gloom was surrounding it in the earth, and they essentially got the sparks out of the gloom and then contained the gloom in the dandelion.
Sounds risky.
So yeah, that scientist guy who found this new power source.
Kind of screwed everybody over.
Yep. It must have been so lively here when the rig field was active. Staff operating the machines, ships doing deliveries, the drills digging into the ground. I think I prefer the sounds of waves and seagulls shrieking.
Well,
So is this some kind of, is it?
this
a-
is probably where they were
oil?
mining for the sparks.
No. I wonder if this is supposed to be some kind of commentary about oil. Like, do you know the oil rigs?
Oh, probably, yeah.
And
And lobsters, what is happening here?
Those towers are huge and kind of creepy.
Creepy? Ah, they're just machines, built to keep this city running.
They're just so intimidating.
They are, aren't they?
Rigfield East. Because it's just that stamp.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't commentary on climate change to some degree. Or, you know, pollution and other things. And war and... I mean, just so much else. Let's be honest here, like... It would actually be unusual for games not to start including excessive amounts of social commentary on these topics just because. It's like, I don't know about you, but it's on my mind all the time.
Yep.
It'd be weird for it to not be on developers' minds, too. Where... Oh, I see. It moves. Anyway, so this is a pretty good stopping point, at least for now. We've cleared 2 zones at this point and seen a fair bit, talked to a lot of characters.
Large again. Are they following us? What are they spraying?
Nothing you should get close to, that's for sure. Whatever the mayor is doing here, it seems to have sparked their interest. Let's hurry.
Wait, they're spraying something?
Yeah, they had like green coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's something on the top. Oh, I see. Yeah, they were spraying like a green gas, liquid, something.
Mm-hmm.
2 sad boys. Do I take damage? No. Ugh.
Ah.
What a... You're the one who... Oh. I am in your debt, miss. They took us completely by surprise.
They?
The dirty bars, dear. Back yet again. Sprayed that horrid gas all over us. Must be how they control the gloom. It seems our work here is even more urgent than we thought.
You're Mr. Clout then? They worry about you back at the plaza. Asked us to check if you're okay.
Oh, very sweet of them. And I'm quite all right, thank you. But as their mayor, I simply must take some risks. The people of Strandville come first, not me. Oh, Andy,
Yes, sir.
where are the others?
I'm sorry, sir. It seems like they're all gone.
What a shame. They were brave men.
So this is where you're hiding, Clemens. You idiots started the drills?
Difficult times mean difficult choices, Doris.
But drilling for Weave Rock in this day and age? And with no experience at that? The repercussions
We
could be...
have no choice. Everyone who used to have experience is long gone. My dear Doris, do you remember what Strandville used to be? The avenues of the plaza. The orchids growing in the night orchard.
Only fools linger in the past, I always say.
Indeed. We cannot dwell in bygone days, but it would be foolish not to learn from them. You know as well as I what the Paws are capable of, and what they took away from us. We must protect our young.
So what do you plan to do?
Shoot that dirty Paws out of the sky once and for all. We're building a weapon.
A weapon?
Powered by sparks. How does it work?
Are you interested in helping? I wanted to ask you, but people kept saying that you haven't had much interest in the outside world ever since...
I'm interested in protecting my home. Now show me those blueprints.
Oh, but of course. Andy?
Not good enough.
What do you mean?
What I said. It's not good enough. What does this do?
Well...
Does this mean you'll join our team, Doris? We sure could use your expertise.
I'd even go as far as to say you couldn't do without it. I'll take these.
Probably just something to just...
Granny, look!
Whoa!
What on earth?
That's a boss.
Yeah. Okay, not a
Boys,
stopping
that
point yet.
behemoth of theirs, it's messing with the drills. Sigrid, get to the emergency switch.
It won't budge.
Ugh, the drills must be set to manual overload. The relief valves are all the way up on the rigs. There's no way we'll get to them. This is what happens when you meddle with things you don't know anything about.
Wait, I think I can see a way up there.
You completely lost it? Siggy, we need to get out of here.
What if it follows us to the plaza? I have to do this.
Sigrid, come back!
Is it inhaling the smoke?
I think so. Well, this is kind of cool.
Sparks, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I'm going the wrong direction, but I could be wrong.
I think you're supposed to go up.
Oh. Sorry, the range in which I can quick grapple up to things is actually kind of absurd, and it throws me off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of enemies.
Yeah, luckily, unless it's the beetles, they're really not that dangerous. And even then, I'm mostly
Wait, what is in that cage?
I'm mostly only afraid of Yoko Ono. Let's see, what?
There's something in the cage. Or is it just the pump? Or the drill? No, it's the drill.
I don't think there's really much of a reason for me to interact with this stuff in retrospect. I kind of wish there was a reason for me to clean up all the glue. Uh-oh.
Oh no, you're stuck, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm spongy. I'm springy. I really like the music for this game. It's charming.
It's jazzy.
Yeah, I guess it is. Very like Botanicula.
The Dandelion opening ceremony was apparently a big deal. Balloons, fireworks, all that kind of stuff that they have in the old pictures. I'd love to see fireworks someday. It looks like spark art in the sky. It seems like there was an election 3 years ago. I wonder if Granny voted, and for who? Yeah, what is the creature doing? Is it just inhaling the stuff? Yeah, you turned it off.
Anchored it. Just turn around and we'll get out of here.
If I can just stop the drills, it might leave. I know I can do it.
Well, now it's going to another one to, yeah, inhale the smoke.
Ooh. It's changed.
The music, you mean?
Yeah. Like, it really does have kind of that feeling of haste, even though there's no time limit here.
Yeah, they have that oboe going.
Yeah, just, I don't know, the pacing of it
Or is it a bassoon? One or the other.
Oh. Alas, you did not marry somebody with a whole lot of musical knowledge. I wouldn't mind learning, but I probably wouldn't be learning instruments so much as just synthesizer stuff.
Still really nice to have a bunch of real instruments around.
Agreed.
Because I always lament the fact that there are whole swaths of people in creative fields that don't actually make anything with tangible tools or tangible instruments. Grandma says the dandelion and the rig fields kept most of the city busy. I guess the survivors of the war had to rebuild their whole lives. And that's the other thing too. Like, people can get by with just basic pencil and paper, and they can make wonderful drawings. And with instruments, I mean, instruments themselves can be expensive depending on which ones you choose. But if you learn to sing, you'll always have an instrument on you. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, but not everybody wants to sing. I know for me, singing would be fun.
What was it? What was that? Was it a giant? Oh.
Pressure has stabilized. The emergency switch should be functional again.
Oh, the big emergency switch that you had initially tried?
For the relief vents. It's gonna tear down the tower.
Better get to the switch fast. Oh, it's sending out missiles.
Looking at it, it does look like one of the power pipes down below. Like the things that are currently feeding power.
Yeah, it does look like a giant one.
Why did they leave?
They fed that monster enough. The question is, what happens when they're back?
It's not just the gloom. That spray, it controls those monsters as well. That's horrifying.
If you had been around during the war, then you would have known true horror. We won't let this stop us. Let's head back to Plaza. The tourist told me you're in need of some sparks.
Well
Up
then.
here or no? I was expecting there would be, but alas. If I check the map, we've cleared out a fair bit. And you can definitely tell there's not much more. There's like 1 or 2 quests left in this area.
Because we still had to find the axe and give back whatever the other item was, the stethoscope, I believe, right?
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like there's one more branch there, one here maybe?
Yeah, probably they're all going to be collect things, do side quests, and then also have the
kind of boss fighty thing at the end. Oh. Either way, went a little longer than expected, but at the same time, I do really appreciate that boss fight. That was neat. Even if it wasn't really much of anything, just the music and the visual of it was super solid. Which I think is going to be what I kind of stand with. This is one of those games that I think if it had, like, some more time or just stuff to do in it, I think it would be a truly incredible product. As it stands, it's fun. It's certainly interesting, and it reminds me of, like...
My darling, waves
Surprise musical number.
I'm still far from shore. Know that I've got you. It's what my mom used to sing to me when I woke up with nightmares.
Aw.
Yeah. Even little bits like that go a long way in making this game kind of special.
And we still don't know, what it was about the mother, too. It would be weird if the shadow was the mother or somehow connected.
Probably connected. I wouldn't be surprised if the mother didn't discover or get captured and sent the shadow out to look for Sigrid. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Say, aren't you Iris's girl? I knew Iris. You look a lot like her. Yeah, I am. Do I really? Absolutely. Oh, sweet, brave Iris. I miss her a lot. To be honest, she was my first ever crush. The way she refused to back down once she had her mind put to something, it just spoke to me. I miss her a lot. I never really knew her, but I miss her too.
I do wish there was something else to spend this currency on. Like, jumps. Just give me 7 jumps. I don't even need it to make any sense. I just want to fly. Anyway, so with all that said, Wavetale is available on... You know what, actually, I'm going to go double check, because I know it's available on Steam, that's where I'm playing it. But, oh, hey. Let's go buy silly
look at
hats.
all the flotillas. Well, I mean, not flotillas, it's just a series of ships are all...
Ever hear about the joke about the 3 holes in the ground? Well, well, well.
Wait, well.
Oh, we do actually have new things. So, Seashell Shadow Shade.
Oh no, the seagull
Steven
hat.
Seagull.
A diving cat. Oh wait, what?
Huh.
The doctor's mask.
Also got camouflage.
Wait, was that hearts?
Yeah. Red kelp hair dye. Morning mist. That's kind of a nice color.
Moonlight green.
Posh hat. Surfing helmet. Stylish headscarf. Chill hat.
Wait, that's not chill.
I mean, it would be if it fit her head better.
Well, it's definitely a beanie. You would have to have pulled it over your ears and stuff, but no, with the ponytail and everything.
But juicy. Nah, it's fine. Anyway, so let's see. Let me actually just alt-tab and check this real quick. Wavetale is going to be available on actually just literally every platform.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It looks like it's a little out of date. I think this is supposed to have maybe come out a year ago. Because I'm looking at the initial release date of November 10th, 2021, and I'm wondering... Either was released early on a different platform? Oh, you know what? This is a Stadia game. And they've ported it over, so...
Stadia's no more. We have all this Stadia merchandise with Wander's name on it.
I know, it's great. I'm like literally one of the only YouTubers that partnered with Stadia, and they sent me one thing and then said, oh, never mind, we're shutting down. I'm like, okay. Anywho, so yeah, I was wondering about that, because like, what's with the release date?
Are you floating into
I am.
the
Don't
fish?
question it. I will become the fish. As far as I can tell, it's going to be available on PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, and obviously PC. I don't know if it's going to be on Games Pass or anything yet, but one way or another, I think it's a charming little game. It's not particularly long, but it seems like the kind of game that would be real fun to play, especially if you're like, I mean, a young kid, or you have a young kid and you want to play something nice and wholesome.
Go on the water.
And not terribly hard. I just wanted to see how far I could, like, fuse with this box, but I guess it will not let me go further. And I also really love the movement in this game. It feels solid. I wish there was more of a playground feel to this.
And I love the fact that you're dipping and bobbing above the waves and such.
Yeah. I guess I wish there was more of a reason from a gameplay perspective for me to actually move in certain ways. Because for the most part, I'm not actually using this. The actual gameplay is mostly platforming. If you've noticed. And so
maybe
like,
they'll have
we're not
races
surfing as much?
and other things later.
Maybe.
Where you go through rings and such. you
Yeah.
know, those kind of classic platforming
Maybe.
challenges, you know?
I certainly hope so, because, like, the actual, like, wave surfing mechanics are really solid, and I would love to see more of this being expressed over the course of gameplay. It's fine as traversal, but I'd love to actually see it, you know, being used for some level of objective-based gameplay. And yeah, I am also looking forward to more of the story, even though it's definitely kind of pulling a water world to some degree. The weird silent mermaid that is our means of locomotion is kind of a neat way of handling it, and also just a neat mystery as well. But with all that said, it's time we stopped here, because we got other games to play. So, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave us a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe, because we've got tons to show off. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.